Hello there, and welcome to my head teacher update on Friday, the 3rd of March. So, it's been a very busy couple of weeks since we returned from a half-term break. As a school, we've had an external review take place start of last week with colleagues from schools across the country coming to visit us, to inspect us, if you like, and give us some quality assurance review, which has been very, very helpful and enabled us as a school to reflect on our current practices and look to see how we can develop even further, which has been very, very useful. This week, we had a wonderful evening. The Maiden Early Independent Project presentations took place on Tuesday after school with 13 of our students from years 7, 8 and 9 all taking part, presenting to their friends and to their families for over an hour in the main hall. Some wonderful presentations on some amazing projects, and a real testament to all the hard work and the curiosity and the thinking that has taken place that was behind all that work from students. So a wonderful evening led by Mr. Thompson, which was a fantastic way to start the week. Our Year 10s have been involved in their Year 10 mock speaking exams for MFL, and I'm told that they prepared really, really well, and from those exams, not only are they better prepared now for the real thing, but they've also shown that they're making great progress towards their targets. So great start for our Year 10 MFL students. On the sporting front, some real success, both on and off the field. So our footballers in Years 7 and 8 had victories this week against Maiden Early School, Silverdale Road, beating them 2-1 in both games. And our Year 7s, their football team, also beat Highdown by 3-0. And our Year 8s drew 1-1 with Highdown. Some great football results for our teams this week. And sticking with the theme of sport, we've also now launched our Reading Rockets basketball partnership with Rockets now using mainly Reading as a base for their talent development. And we have programs, clubs available now for boys and for girls, and the recruitment on that front, the participation for both boys and girls clubs has been really, really positive. So I'll give you more of an update on how those clubs progress, and then the leagues that hopefully they'll be entered into as we go through the year. We've also had a judo club being set up, and that's also showed signs of much interest amongst our students. And finally, this week we've had a number of Year 8 options meetings. Our students have booked in ahead of the options form deadline, which was today. And again, they've been very fruitful and successful meetings with Miss Williams, who's been leading that programme, and also Miss Gibbs. So, what's coming up at MER over the next couple of weeks? Well, as ever, it's very busy. The first piece of news I'd like to share with you is the relaunch of Class Charts, which many of you will have heard of if your son or daughter is in Year 8 and above. Class Charts is our communication system that we used to use at MER, and I'm glad to say that we're able to relaunch that communication system now, which will run in parallel with Bromcom for the time being. But it will be a means of parents, students and teachers of having that joint communication system, which will be quite quick and intuitive. Students already have their logins to Class Charts, and from next week, parents will be sent a letter with their login details, and I hope you find that system of communication very, very intuitive, user-friendly and helpful. Next week is the launch of National Careers Week, and as a trust we are organising a number of events, both across all the schools. At MER there'll be assemblies throughout the week for every year group focusing on careers, and at Maiden Early School in Silverdale Road there'll be a Trust Careers event taking place on Thursday, 9th of March between 6 and 8 p.m. and I encourage you all to go along to that. Every year group is invited, and it should be a really worthwhile evening. Also on the 9th of March we have our Year 10 progress meeting, a very important year for our GCSE students, so please make sure, parents of Year 10 students, that you attend that evening and speak to your subject teachers for your children. Further strikes are planned for the 15th and 16th of March. We await any updates from the unions and from the Department of Education on that matter. Appreciate your forbearance whilst those strikes are taking place, and we'll give you any updates that come our way if anything changes before then. As a result of those strikes, we've had to move our school production date to the 22nd of March. That's the production which you can see the title of there, The Extra Factory. And I know that this is a culmination of a huge amount of hard work and rehearsals which have been led by Mr. Butchers and his team over the course of the whole academic year. So it'd be wonderful for as many parents and carers and friends of the cast to come along to celebrate all that hard work on the 22nd of March at the school. So we look forward to seeing you then. And finally, if that's not enough, we also have National Science Week taking place between the 10th and 19th of March, and there'll be plenty of activity, obviously a huge focus in the curriculum, in lessons, but also outside of lessons with assemblies and competitions taking place to celebrate all that's great about science. So that's it from me this week. I look forward to catching up again with you in a couple of weeks' time. Before I go, I just wanted to raise awareness of our parent feedback tab on the website. So if you go to the parent section on the website, go to parent feedback, there's an opportunity for you there to send us some feedback, either good, bad or indifferent, via an email, and we'd encourage you to do that. We'd like to hear from you so that we can always look to improve as a school. Have a great weekend, and again, I'll see you again in a couple of weeks.